to a real limitation with Shopify's built-in CMS. Maybe your marketing team is tired of waiting on developers, just to create and update content. Maybe your developers are frustrated with rigid templates, no customization, slow performance, limited control. There are a lot of problems, right? So maybe you're in the middle of that re-platforming decision. So looking for headless is the right option to go to because you can unlock better developers workflows, faster load times, and more flexibility across your content campaigns and global storefronts. Whatever the reason is, right? Flexibility, speed, performance, I totally understand all of these reasons. Choosing the right headless CMS or Shopify Plus can definitely make or break your stack. So I am going to share my take on the best headless CMS for Shopify and Shopify Plus, but let's be real, there is no one size fit all solution. Each CMS has its strength and has its weakness, and the right one depends on how you are building your e-commerce stack. We're going to break it down into the top three SaaS, CMS platforms, the most funded, stable, merchant friendly, the top three open source CMS options if you want the full control and extensibility. Now, if you're new here to this channel, I'm Bashan Parna. The channel is all about headless CMS, composable commerce, and performance first digital architecture, especially in the e-commerce space. So, what's the best headless CMS that is there for Shopify storefronts, marketing landing pages, or content-rich shopping experiences? It's not that simple. You've got to think about page, speed, personalization, omni-channel distribution, localizations, and a lot of other things, right? So most CMS content out there isn't written specifically for Shopify. But in this video, I will focus on what really matters, be it in terms of speed, flexibility, content workflows, performance-driven UX that converts. So as I told you, whether you're building a high converting PDP, launching a DTC a brand, or expanding globally, this video is for you. Now, who this video is for specifically, obviously a lot of CEOs, CTOs, and if you're a Shopify merchant, say a brand owner or a digital director or an e-commerce manager, this video is specifically for you. Isn't your usual comparison that we do, right? Like say a Sanity or a Contentful. It's not just like that. This is grounded in the real needs of scaling e-commerce brands where your storefront isn't just a catalog, right? It's a high conversion funnel, and often the heart of your brand experience. So yes, so it's important that you know exactly in and out of what to choose. That brings me back to why you should listen to me, and I've said this over and over again that we have experience in building headless stacks for over a decade right now. We've been building it for clients across the globe. I run an agency back in Bangalore called VFrame Tech, and here is like a simple picture of snapshot of a company, our employees. Let me give you a client overview as well. We work with billion-dollar companies like Abax. We're working with e-commerce giants like Unimig. We have worked with a lot of companies across the globe with multiple industries, be it manufacturing, be it AI, be it SaaS, be it retail, a lot of other things, right? So that's exactly what we've done. We've got like client testimonials. You can go to the website and check. We maintain transparency in this. You can also check our Upwork and Fiverr, uh, reviews and testimonials. I would also want to highlight the fact that we are top rated developers on Upwork. Like if you could check my peer profiles and my profile there, which is Panana there, which is 100% job success, all the three profiles, top rated. We have done immense good work, and that's exactly why we are there. Now, we have worked with 10 plus headless CMSs, as have been constantly saying. We have worked with composable commerce, multiple engines, Medusa, commerce tools, big commerce. So obviously we've done that as well. We work with Shopify as well, Shopify Plus. So we've been there, we've done that, and that's exactly where this whole advice or say the information is coming from. Now, before I dive into anything further, right, I would like to let you know that this video, isn't just going to be a video wherein you are just going to get like basic information. There's a lots and lots of information. I'm going to handpick those information, but obviously you could read a whole blog for this, which has been written by us. But let me quickly delve into this, so that we cover up most of the aspect of this. My video is not coming here, but yeah, cool. Let's look at this. This is a blog which I would post it on the YouTube video that I'm posting. So you will have access to this blog as well. So Shopify gives you that infrastructure to scale, right? Like, but what about the content? If you have ever felt stuck with, say, for example, limited design flexibility, rigid templates, and constant dev work, you're not alone. It's time to bring in headless CMS here. And that's exactly why a lot of the people, a lot of the clients had issues, and that's exactly why I've written this blog. So we have seen it firsthand with a lot of clients, okay, who have come to us. Real brands, real frustrations, stuck with rigid content system that slows down teams, and the storytelling becomes really difficult. We've helped brands to make that leap to headless CMS apps that actually work with Shopify Plus. And what we've learned in this is the right CMS doesn't just plug in, right? It transforms how your team works and how your customers experience your brand. This isn't just another affiliate pitch or, say, for example, a recycled blog post. This is hands on insight from fashion to beauty to B2B to health, whatsoever. Now, why Shopify Plus stores are going headless? Now, obviously one of the main reasons is the design freedom, right? You need that. Headless cms means no more boxed in templates, no more rigid page selectors, no more waiting for the devs to for basic updates. Now your marketing and design teams can build beautiful high performance pages in hours and not in weeks, manage content structure, um, say for example FAQs, lookbooks, landing pages, and with absolute ease, and your own brand voice everywhere across web, mobile, and social. So storytelling in itself becomes really easy. The second point is obviously about the speed and the SEO that actually delivers, right? So obviously performance is something that matters for all the brands. When a content is decoupled from your storefront, you unlock a lot of things. Say for example, blazing fast page loads, better SEOs, smoother customer journey, and that's what we intend to do. Now you, if you can see this whole lighthouse performance as well, right? We're looking at 100 in terms of all the KPIs, but obviously we guarantee that we will get you 95 plus. So smooth customer journey is something that we'll always look at. And uh, and the front end developers can work on whatever they want to, like for example a next or a next. So they have that flexibility. The third thing that we're looking at is the marketing control, correct, without any kind of compromise. Your marketing teams deserves more than a glorified text box, let's be honest. With the right headless CMS, content updates happen instantly. Campaigns can be launched without any delay. Localization, personalization has to be done easily. There is going to be no problems whatsoever. So there is real control. I mean, there is no compromise. So choosing the right headless CMS for Shopify, you don't need a long list. You don't need like 100 options. You need that right fit. And for that, you have to consider your business model. Are you like a B2C, B2B, subscription, multi-brand, whatsoever? Your content needs are you like a simple blog? Is it like a high stakes storytelling? Then you have to look at your team setup. Like, do you have like devs in house, or are you like a marketers all in? Or, and you have to look at the growth plans as well. Are you scaling fast, or are you focused on efficiency right now? So a lot of the things, and you have to match your CMS based on the realities that you have. Now, if you look at look at it in summary of the whole experience, right? Like with content, right? So Shopify Plus is your commerce engine, but a headless CMS, that's your storytelling engine. When you connect the two, right, you get all of this. Say lightning fast performance, beautiful brand content, marketing freedom. It's not just about selling, right? It's about building a brand that actually connects. Content is everywhere and content leads the way. Let's be honest, Shopify's content tool can get you started, but when it's time to scale, your content needs to get bigger and your team needs to grow. That's when things break. So the question is, Is headless CMS worth the investment for your Shopify store? Now the short answer is yes. But for that, let's walk through this, right? Like, let's talk about the CMS that we're looking at. We're looking at Sanity. I'm not going to get deeper into this, but I'm going to talk to you about the names of the CMS right now, and then I'm going to talk about what they bring in. It's Sanity, Contentful, Builder.io, Directus, Payload, Strapi, all of this. Now, before I come to pricing, okay, let me just do this. Let me come back to the pricing, right? But I want you to understand the pricing is not everything. When choosing a headless CMS, pricing matters, but it's not everything. But you cannot ignore pricing too, right? You need to consider it. Um, but having said that, you need to also consider your content needs, where your business is in 3 to 5 years, how well the CMS integrates, how easily your team can use it. What is the total cost of ownership? Now, when you talk about the total cost of ownership, right? You Let's look at an example here. Say a brand which has 2 million monthly visitors, 20 million content requests, 10 team members. The business is rapidly growing, large amount of content, multiple sales channel, personalized shopping experiences. Now, what are we looking at in terms of cost from all of these CMS that we have listed above? Now, we're looking at, in terms of directors, around 20 to 35 thousand dollars, payload around 30 to 45 thousand dollars, sanity 60 to 80 thousand dollars. Contentful is high because of its ERP. Great. Builder.io, the pricings have changed considerably, and I would like to not delve much into the pricing of Builder.io right now, but it was around 100 to 120,000, relatively on a higher level, but obviously because of a lot of things they've gone down. And Strapi is around 40 to 45. These cost estimates are based on the current market rates, and it's definitely going to vary based on the requirements as well. So, however, if you choose to self-host, cost will depend on the infrastructure as well, and there are a lot of open source amongst us. So yeah, so this is when a headless CMS, when you choose a headless CMS, it's just isn't a luxury; it's a necessity. It becomes a necessity at the end of the day. So you'll have to look at the pricing as well. Um, so as I've already spoken about pricing, let me go back to the Figma this thing and discuss more about some of the other criterias. Like, when you look at pricing, right? Payload and Director seems to be lower in terms of pricing. Uh, Open source, obviously, and scalability. Contentful is enterprise grade, but having said that, all of the CMSs can be scaled. We have worked with all of the CMSs. We love all of the CMSs. All of the CMSs can be scaled easily. Now, in terms of visual builder, right, a lot of the companies, a lot of the clients that have come to us are solely marketing companies, and these guys have non-technical folks who are working with the content, right? So visual builders becomes easy for them, and Builder.io is one of the best choice amongst it. Now, a lot of the clients that come to us say that, you know what, we don't want to get vendor locked in. We want to have control over the whole infrastructure and the data, and that's when we choose open source. Now, if you choose, say for example, Sanity, Contentful, or Builder.io, you're bound to be locked in, but they have their own advantages as well. Now, there are also clients who are using traditional setups, say for example a SQL database, and they have want to migrate to, the CMS part. Now, what do you choose here, right? Directors becomes easy because it forms a layer over it, and then it just throws away APIs. So migration becomes really easy for us. Having said that, you can always migrate from other things as well, but Directors, it's a quicker time to migrate. Now, in terms of learning curve, Sanity, Content for a builder are definitely easier to actually use. I personally come from a non-technical background, so obviously these are easier to use. In terms of user interface, let's just directly go to user interface as well. Sanity, Content for Builder IO, and Directus, because I have personally used Directus, so it's easy learning curve, easy to use. Now, in terms of analytics, right? Uh, Builder.io comes with a native analytics. Sanity has some native analytics in this Sanity Studio, but none of the others have it. But obviously, you can build analytics, or you can integrate analytics into it. So that should not be a problem with other CMSs. Collaboration, Sanity is hands down made for collaboration, so we would choose Sanity. Now, when you look at custom solutions, right, Payload and Directors, we have done a lot of custom solutions for manufacturing and for distributors, because there are a lot of room for doing customization as well in terms of those industries. Now, Strapi is great as well in terms of customization because of its plugin environment, plugin ecosystem. But our choices would still be Directors and Payload. So this is in short about the CMSs that we've spoken about in terms of different criteria. Okay. Now, let me go back to the this thing. Now, how do you choose this headless CMS, and and on what basis, right? Like, what do you look for? Like before you decide, right? There are four key factors that you look at: visual content support, multi-channel delivery, tools integration, total cost of ownership. I don't think I have to explain these terms, but yeah, if you have to, visual content support can handle images, videos, interactive content seamlessly. Multi-channel delivery, you obviously know, across web, mobile, social platforms. Tools integration, does it play well with the CRM, ERP, email integration, analytics, all of this. TCO, obviously, fact I've already spoken about TCO, how much time your team saves, the money that's involved in it, the setup, the maintenance, all of this. Now, how to choose the CMS based on a lot of different factors. Say, for example, um, the best CMS can be chosen based on who's creating the content, right? Like, if developers manage the content, you can probably use Strapi, Payload, and Directus. Maximum flexibility, customization. If marketers are doing it, use Sanity, Build, or Contentful, built for non-technical users. Say, for example, if both developers and marketers are using it, Directors, Sanity, and Contentful strike the perfect balance. Sorry. Now, how do you choose based on the store needs? For example, let's assume if you're looking at creative flexibility, right? Strapi or Payload built exactly for what you envision. For smooth integrations, Directors connects easily with your inventory, CRM, email systems. For fast, no hassle launch, Sanity gets you up and running in minutes. For deep marketing integration, Contentful is great. Now, when I use this for certain things, and that's because it's worked great for us. It doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot use others. You can definitely use it, but this is our recommendation. Now, how do you choose based on the store size, store needs? Now, for example, size matters too, right? New or small Shopify store. Start with simple Directors or Sanity. You're growing and scaling. Obviously, all the options are great. Directors gives you room to expand as well. Large or multi location store, for example. Go for Sanity, Contentful, or Directors to handle complex content needs and team workflows. Payload is also a great option there. Now, let's we've already spoken about a lot of these things, and obviously you would have to make your final decision about what to choose for most Shopify stores. Sanity Contentful Directors hits that sweet spot, easy for marketers, powerful, scalable. So yeah, you can do that. Like, we've already told you how to choose based on who's using it, based on the current and future needs, based on the updated content, a lot of other factors that you can use. Now, uh, another question that you'll always have is, will making the switch pay off? Like, is the switch worth it, right? Like, absolutely. If you choose wisely, definitely. The right headless CMS will save your time, reduce developer bottlenecks, deliver faster updates. That means better performance, stronger sales, and smoother workflow. So when will it reap benefits? I'm not going to get into this because you can read this blog. This blog covers the entire math, and I wouldn't want to get close detail into it. You can always read this. This will be attached to the YouTube video. Now, one last thing that I would want to talk to you about is, don't be fooled by the low prices. Okay, a cheap CMS that slows you down, can't scale, will cost more in the long run. Always look beyond price, but obviously you will have that in the back of your mind. Consider the ease of support, flexibility, integration with your Shopify store. So if your current content setup on Shopify feels limiting, it probably is a factor to look into. The good news is that there is better ways that we have already spoken about. Pick the headless CMS that fits how your team works and supports various stores going. Make that switch and you'll see the difference that you want to expect. So obviously, because a lot of the companies are using the headless CMSs right now, all of these companies, all of these CMS that I've already listed, be it large names like Nike, Marks, Figma, a lot of them, and Contentful is being used by a lot of big organizations. So is Direct is being used by Walmart, Bose, Kia, Strapi being used by a lot of big companies like NASA, IBM. So yeah, so there are a lot of companies that are using this at this point of time. Now, I know you would be still be confused about what to use, what to not, and I know there are two ways to look at this. Okay, the first thing is either you spend weeks researching yourself, build an entire team, go through that whole nightmare of hiring folks. Probably get stuck in the middle as well during hiring. You need multiple specialists. You need a subject matter expertise. The full time game is altogether different, right? 120 to $250, $250,000 is your annual salary for the employees, additional benefits, payroll, maintaining them, giving them laptops, paid time off, management overhead, a lot of the things. Now, apart from this, there's also a learning curve that you're looking at. Get them on speed, and make them ready for the business, and then the real cost obviously hits you: the productivity, the management of them, the scaling problem. The math is actually brutal. We've done the entire math, and trust me on this, you're looking at around 300 to 400K per year. That's just for two people. You might not even know if that's going to bring in the kind of results that you need. So the second option is to work with us, like work with me and my company, right? I think I can give you a lot of reasons. One interesting point is how India is the largest exporter of ID solutions. In this context, we've been working with larger agencies, or one of the largest agencies in the US, UK, and Australia, and we are officially white label partners for them to build headless and composable solutions. We've been doing this for years. So I'm making this whole video and putting efforts into YouTube so we can work directly with clients. You don't have to pay heavy fees. Our development costs are 35% less compared to the others. That doesn't mean that we don't give you quality work. We definitely do, and we have been doing it across the globe, across clients, across industries. We've been best in class teams. We are among few agencies who have worked with 10 plus headless CMS platforms and e-commerce solutions. Lastly, because new age SEO, gone are the days when big agencies used to hire cookie cutter marketers, content writers to write basic content just to get those clients, right? This is the biggest change now. With YouTube videos like this, I can talk and share insights and present myself and my company and what we are capable of. Why not? We have been doing great work. We have been going all out, just doing this all over years together, and we would be doing this in the years to come as well. You don't have to pay for agency fees, experienced consultants for them to pick a headless CMS. My goal is also to share my learning experience insights so that content becomes easy for you to understand and saves hours of your research. That being said, let's look at one more thing. Why our team? I know this is a question that you'll have. This is a small illustration of what you can do. Like, if you build something in house, obviously it's going to be a nightmare for you 9 months later. So what are we going to bring as a team? Fixed project pricing, no surprise cost, no overheads. Launch is really quick, around 4 to 6 months. Almost around 40 to 50% cheaper than your in-house dev teams. So you're saving a lot of money there. Speed executions will be faster. Quick onboarding, reduced risk, proven expertise. Knowledge shared across teams. Zero maintenance, zero management overhead. You don't have to maintain anybody here. You don't have to manage anybody here. Work with us however you like: Slack, Teams, email, any which way possible. Flexible models in terms of pricing, too flexible to scale in terms of resources. So all of this, right? Like, we come with deep understanding. We are focused. SEO best practices, integrated performance, localizations. We can prove it to you with a trial period as well. So companies that tried, do your own thing approach, right? Like, has lost money and have come to us as well. So we have seen this happen, and we don't want this to happen to you who's watching the video right now. So as a part of this, what you can do is you can get 20 hours of free consultation from us. We are offering 20 hours of free strategy and architecture planning, no sales pitches, just actionable insights from the developers who live and breathe Shopify plus headless CMS. Whether you're launching a content rich e-commerce experience, a high converting landing page, or replatforming your Shopify Plus store, we will help you architect the right way from day one. If this helped you, if this video helped you understand what it really takes to choose the right headless CMS for Shopify or Shopify Plus. Hit that like button, drop a comment of what you're actually building, subscribe for more real world advice on headless commerce and composable stacks. I'm glad that you watched this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.